This next question is about how to rewrite your notes for the CPA exam. Zach writes in, for rewriting the Ninja Notes and the Ninja Book, do CPA candidates rewrite them word for word? I want to make sure that I understand the most efficient note-taking technique. Okay, so my answer for this will apply to anyone using any course. You do not need to use Ninja CPA Review to apply this. And even if you never become a ninja, I highly recommend that you implement this with your course because I think that you will have good results, because I personally believe, after doing this for over a decade, blah, 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 I personally believe this is the best way to study for the CPA exam. So the Ninja Study Framework, again, you don't have to be a ninja to use it, is nail the concepts, intense notes, nonstop MCQ, just rewrite your notes, which is what we're talking about here, and it all comes together. The reason why you implement the Ninja Study Framework is because it's definitely a more efficient way to study, and I believe it's a more effective way to study as well, because instead of doing watch chapter 1 videos, do chapter 1 questions, watch chapter 2 videos, do chapter 2 questions, which when you get to like week 8, you're going to have to redo all of that. So it's very redundant. This cuts out all of the extra steps and really saves you a lot of time. So again, this is about rewriting your notes. And the notes that we're speaking of here are the intense notes and the nonstop MCQ phase of your study plan. So intense notes, whether you're reading a book like the Ninja Book, or maybe you're a Gleim student and reading the Gleim book, or you're reading the Becker book, whatever, or you are watching videos like you're watching your Becker lectures, your Roger lectures, your Ninja Sparring lectures, you're taking notes, and you definitely don't want to highlight. Highlighting is a terrible idea. Painting pretty colors over text means nothing to you. Instead, what you want to do is take notes. If it seems important or it's a key point, write it down. Now, you don't want to overdo that, because then you're pretty much writing a book. You don't want to do that. So you're taking intense notes over your lectures, or if you're doing self-study and you're reading a book, taking intense notes over the book. When you shift into the nonstop MCQ phase, when you miss a question, or you get a question right because you guessed, or maybe you think that you might forget it later, whatever that question is trying to get at, whatever little fact nugget, I call them, write it down. Just make a little bullet point on a legal pad or whatever, and write it down so that you can review it later. Okay, so those are the notes that we're talking about. Now we're talking about rewriting your notes, which again is in the just rewrite your notes phase. So here is why you should rewrite your notes, because it can be very time consuming, and when we're under the gun and we just want to get this done, we're feeling stressed, and why would I rewrite my notes when I can just do more MCQ? Well, here's why. First of all, it's the perfect cram. So if you took good notes, what you studied in week 1 will be there on the paper, and then you take whatever you wrote down in your long form scribbles and you put them into little short form, what I call fact nuggets. So taking your long form scribbles and rewriting them into condensed little sentences or phrases that sum up what you've studied. So it's a perfect cram. Number 2, it connects the material to your brain. Now, science, studies, all of that say that taking notes and writing down information connects the material to your brain. And I'm not going to cite any studies for that. You can take my word for it or not. That's fine. But it also makes intuitive sense that when you're writing things down, it's connecting it to your brain. Your brain's thinking about it. And there's something about physically writing it down. People ask me, is it okay to type out notes? And I say no, because writing it by hand just connects the material to your brain in a way that even typing it out won't do. Number 3, it's a worthwhile investment. It is an investment. I'll talk about this in here in a minute. It takes about a week. It is an investment. Just like taking the CPA exam and investing all the time, money, and all that is an investment. Rewriting your notes is an investment. I've had plenty of people say, just didn't want to do it. I've never had anyone invest the time to rewrite their notes and then email me back and say, man, Jeff, that was terrible advice. I should not have done that. What a waste of time. Never had that happen. Doesn't mean that no one ever regretted it. Just they never took the time to email me. And typically, if people are mad at me about something, they take the time to write me about it. So that's why you should rewrite your notes. Here are some tips for rewriting your notes. First of all, you need to start 2 weeks out from exam day. So 1 week out from exam day is when you review. And so there's no time for rewriting then. That's when you're reviewing. So if you can't start 2 weeks out from exam day, then you shouldn't do it. You should skip it, punt. Maybe do it on your next exam, plan better, etc. Invest 5 to 7 days max. And so if you can't get it done, so ideally you knock it out in 5 days. I mean, if you took good notes, it's going to take some time. If you can't get it done in 5 days, 5 to 7 days, then just stop where you are and then roll into your final review, because you don't want to be rewriting your notes into your final review week. Now, if you have a study guide like the Ninja Notes or maybe your Becker program or something like that comes with some sort of study guide, study summary, and you didn't take good notes along the way, then rewriting the Ninja Notes or whatever other summary your course might have is fine. And that's actually better than doing nothing. And so if you didn't take good notes, then just rewrite the Ninja Notes or whatever study guide you have. Hope that's helpful. That is how to rewrite your notes for the CPA exam.